Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 20 powerful horror movie monsters. For this list, we're looking at the biggest and baddest creatures to haunt scary films. Even though some of these movies are almost 100 years old, we still feel like a spoiler warning is necessary. Which movie monsters do you think you have a chance against? Let us know in the comments below. Number 20. The Creeper, the Jeepers Creepers franchise. Every 23 years for 23 days, this creep crawls out of its slumber to torment innocents. He chooses his unlucky victims by using his supernatural sense of smell to pinpoint the organ or body part he desires. And good luck stopping him from following through. People have tried burning, impaling, and even dismembering him, but there seems to be no way to end the creeper for good. If its superhuman speed and strength were not enough, this creepy juggernaut has an arsenal of weapons that includes a medieval axe. Your best hope for survival is that you're just not around for the unlucky 23rd year when he roams the earth. Number 19. Frankenstein's Monster, the Frankenstein franchise. This classic movie monster has made us shriek in fear and amazement since the 1930s. Long before Myers and Voorhees, Frankenstein's monster was the OG when it came to invulnerability. He can traverse large bodies of water, run several miles, and withstand deadly cold without fatigue. Also, don't let his guttural sounds fool you. Frankenstein's monster was also surprisingly strategic and shrewd. Despite his power, he's still a big softie. Before the public tried to persecute his existence, he tried to connect with and help others. Even though it sometimes ended in someone accidentally dying in his strong hands, it's the thought that counts, right?
You gave me these emotions, but you didn't tell me how to use them. Now 2 people are dead because of us.
Number 18. Death Angels, the A Quiet Place franchise. The threat of these creatures was clear from the beginning of the first film in this silent franchise. In a short time, we learn that the Death Angels had already wiped out a significant portion of Earth's population by tracking humans by sound. The survivors could do little else but hide in silence to stay alive. Although people tried to fight back with guns and other weaponry, the extremely tough armor the Death Angels have made humanity's weapons ineffective. To make matters worse, the monsters also have incredible strength and sharp claws. The only silver lining is that the creatures don't like water and can be stopped with the right sound frequency. Outside of those conditions, they're virtually unstoppable. Number 17. Creatures of the Mist, the Mist. Where would movie monsters be without a top-secret government project going terribly wrong? Thanks to the Arrowhead Project, an interdimensional gate opened and allowed bizarre monsters to invade Earth. Flying scorpions, toothy tentacles, and giant spiders spinning acidic webs await anybody that's unfortunate enough to cross their paths. The most powerful of the creatures we see is the behemoth. With 6 legs, hundreds of appendages, and tentacles on its head, this beast stands at over 240 feet tall. It seemed very unbothered by the humans scurrying for their lives in the movie. In fact, it's likely it didn't even notice them. While indifference isn't a power, it makes us shudder to think of what it's capable of doing if it tried. Number 16. Pumpkinhead, the Pumpkinhead franchise. Is revenge really a dish best served cold? Perhaps it's better served by summoning a vengeance demon to obliterate your wrongdoers.
I think it's here now.
Like a heat-seeking missile, this bulbous beast is able to track down anyone it's summoned to kill. He also appears to be invulnerable to direct damage. Additionally, it seems to grow in size according to how many people summon him. This physical manifestation of revenge paints an ugly picture of how far we'll go to seek retribution. But being an uber demon has its drawbacks. This monster's Achilles heel is its psychic link to the one who summoned it. Outside of that, there's little that victims can do to stop Pumpkinhead's rotten rampages. Number 15. The Entity. It Follows.
Don't open the door. See? Everything's okay.
This shape-shifting monster thrives off of a curse that would make the most unfulfilling hookups all the more offensive. The Entity is sexually transmitted from victim to victim. Once it acquires a target, the monster disguises itself as a human and hunts.
Oh my God! Please help me! Jay, what is it? Help! Help me!
Looking for help is nearly impossible due to the fact that this creature can only be seen by those it curses. Perhaps the most unnerving characteristic of this creature is that it doesn't run. Instead, it walks towards its victims incessantly until they reach the point of exhaustion. Patience and persistence is the deadliest combination a monster could possess, and these are defining characteristics of the Entity. Number 14. Clover, Cloverfield. After lying dormant at the bottom of the ocean for millions of years, this monster rose from the depths to wreak havoc on New York City. The massive Clover causes destruction by simply moving its body. But to further prove its strength, it did things like tear off the head of the Statue of Liberty and destroy the Brooklyn Bridge. On top of that, this deep-sea terror oozes dog-sized parasites from its skin. The monster's only goal is to feed on anyone it can gobble up. As a deep-sea creature, it's highly resistant to high temperatures, making it invulnerable to average projectile attacks. It takes some of the military's most powerful equipment just to take it down.
I think they got him! Yeah! That's the shit right there! That's what I'm talking about!
Number 13. Jean Jacket. Nope. Although it looks like the stereotypical flying saucer, the unsettling realization that it's actually the monster's body is sure to stay with you. The monster initially stays hidden by manipulating clouds to hide. As it gets closer to its prey, it disrupts electronics and stops vehicles in their tracks. The monster then uses powerful tornadoes to suck up anything or anyone that looks directly at it. After all that, its prey is crushed by Jean Jacket's powerful digestive muscles. It's as elusive as it is terrifying, and it takes a lot of ingenuity to defeat this creature. In the film, the beast is likened to a wild animal that some try and fail to tame. Jean Jacket truly stands atop the food chain. Number 12. Valak, the Conjuring franchise.
Mom. Who's that?
Known in mythology as the Great President of Hell, this manipulative demon is determined to torment and destroy any soul it wants. In the Conjuring cinematic universe, it uses the guise of a nun to mock the Christian faith of its victims. Perhaps the most terrifying attribute of this demon is its sole intent to cause as much pain and misery as it can. It does not help that it has the power to shapeshift. Thanks to its abilities, it can use its target's worst fears against them. And Valak is also the master of jump scares. Since it can block psychic visions, the Warren family's biggest advantage isn't as effective. Valak makes for one hellish enemy. Number 11. The Blob. The Blob. The deadliest flavor of Jell-O is capable of decimating practically every biological life form on Earth. After falling from some unknown location in space, the creature started its feeding frenzy with one person. However, with each casualty, the blob's mass increased. It enveloped and dissolved any victim unlucky enough to fall prey to its mass. But don't let its humorous shape, or lack thereof, fool you. Its true power lies in its simplicity. All it does is consume and grow. there's no way to reason the creature out of annihilating the human race. It is invulnerable to most sorts of weapons. Although you can defeat this monster by freezing and containing it, you better hope it hasn't grown too big by the time you figure out its weakness. Number 10. Xenomorphs, the Alien franchise. When an infant, little more than a big worm, a xenomorph possesses enough power to burst out of a human's chest, ribs and all. As the alien matures, the xenomorph transforms into the ultimate killing machine, one furnished with a highly protective exoskeleton, deadly claws, and a tail known for slicing and dicing through flesh without much trouble. Along with being stealthy enough to give Solid Snake a run for his money, xenomorphs have proven to be rather adaptive and intelligent enough to not rely solely on brute strength. Then there's the Queen, a towering entity that amplifies all the strengths of a normal xenomorph. Your survival is quite unlikely. Number 9. Krampus. Krampus announces his arrival by engulfing a town in a snowstorm because, shaping the weather is just the opening act for evil Santa. Krampus's job is to drag people who denounce Christmas to the underworld, usually using hook chains, some terrifying claws, and potentially some magic.
Please. I know you can fix this. Give them back!
The movie does not reveal too many of Krampus's abilities, although it does show enough to suggest that this creature could be beyond defeat. While enough of a threat on his own, Krampus is also a team player. In fact, the nightmarish Santa's ragtag group of twisted toys, elves, and confectionery make up a significant part of Krampus's arsenal. Number 8. Graboids, the Tremors franchise. Traveling underground and outfitted with 3 tentacles for that added creep factor, Graboids sit at the top of Earth's food chain.
Must be a million of them. Nope, just one.
Resembling worms with a sprinkle of Lovecraftian terror, the American Graboid is not only tough as nails, but can also grow almost to the size of a bus, while in Tremors 5, an African variant is even bigger. As subterranean monsters, Graboids rely on catching their prey unprepared, and the species can outrun, and in certain cases, outthink any human. Graboids are the ultimate hunters. Once they pinpoint a target, nothing is gonna get in the monster's way. Number 7. The Thing.
I don't know what the hell's in there, but it's weird and pissed off, whatever it is.
If this shape-shifting creature had landed somewhere warmer, it might have been unstoppable. The Thing is an alien that absorbs organic life forms, creating a near-perfect replica with identical memories and mannerisms. What makes this parasite particularly powerful is its ability to divide into numerous cells, each functioning individually while still serving the whole. This not only makes the alien extremely difficult to kill, but the Thing could also spread its influence quickly if it could reach a large city filled with clueless victims. The Thing hides in plain sight, turning close friends and family members into monsters, which is cunningly terrifying.
Nobody trusts anybody now.
Number 6. Sadako Yamamura, the Ring franchise. Like her mother, Sadako was born a psychic, an incredibly powerful one capable of axing people with her mind. That's all before Sadako is thrown down a well, becomes an unnerving, vengeful spirit who routinely laughs in the face of physics, and begins to spread a videotape that kills viewers after 7 days. Along with high-end X-Men-like abilities like telekinesis and telepathy, Sadako can also possess other people to do unspeakable acts. The spirit is also known to occasionally kill someone with just a gaze because, in the case of Sadako, looks really can be deadly. Number 5. Count Dracula, the Dracula franchise.
I am Dracula.
Vlad the Impaler is movie monster royalty. Throughout the years, Count Dracula has amassed a filmography that surpasses most A-list actors, with the 2 most significant cinematic versions being 1931's Universal Monster and Christopher Lee's Hammer horror reimagining. While some variants are more powerful than others, Dracula is always a threat, blending physical, supernatural, and psychological abilities that ensure the Vampire King remains among the night's most hair-raising ambassadors.
Welcome to my home.
Along with shapeshifting and being a master manipulator, Dracula, like most vampires, can essentially create an army of bloodthirsty minions, even if he mainly limits this power to a handful of chosen brides.
Where's Charles?
You don't need Charles.
Number 4. PAZUZU, the Exorcist franchise. Although PAZUZU spends his most memorable outings stuck in a bed, flinging insults at priests, and just being all around disgusting, it would be ill-advised to underestimate the demon. PAZUZU's most dangerous weapon is bodily possession, as the monster can seize control of both humans and animals, twisting the host into a nightmarish version of their former selves.
How long are you planning to stay in Reagan?
Until she rots and lies stinking in the earth.
PAZUZU has a deranged sense of humor and finds delight in corrupting seemingly innocent beings, with children often being targeted by the demon. PAZUZU doesn't even need to be in control to cause havoc, proving as much when the demon transferred a serial killer's soul into the body of Father Karras.
Do you think they will save you now as before?
And forgive us our trespasses.
Well, I can pray too.
As we forgive those who trespass.
You feel my little orisons creeping up your spine.
Number 3. Freddy Krueger, the A Nightmare on Elm Street franchise. Known during life as the Springwood Slasher, death only served to make Freddy Krueger more dangerous than ever, attacking teenagers while they dream by typically bringing to life the victim's deepest fears. The legendary movie villain has practically full control and is almost unstoppable within this realm.
Come to Freddy.
Although Freddy's strength depends on the number of people who fear him and whether the villain has absorbed enough souls, at full potential, Freddy becomes powerful enough to directly influence reality.
It's real. I'm real.
A threat in the real world and godlike in the dream world, Freddy is too powerful for hell to hold.
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but nothing will ever kill me.
Number 2. Pinhead, the Hellraiser franchise.
Welcome to hell.
Clive Barker's Dark Prince of Pain is beyond powerful. Whether serving Leviathan or flying solo, Pinhead's abilities are overwhelming. The leader of a Cenobite army, Pinhead is summoned whenever someone solves the Lament configuration, a box that also serves as the monster's only weakness. Once summoned, Pinhead has access to a myriad of tools to torture any unfortunate victims, although the entity's preferred method involves telekinetically controlled chains.
I am pain.
To a certain extent, Pinhead can also distort space and manipulate reality, creating illusions to trick humans. Preferring a hands-off approach, Pinhead has also been known to resurrect victims as Cenobites, further adding to the monster's power. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. It, the It franchise.
Where you going, It?
Primarily known as Pennywise, It is a being that cannot be comprehended by an ordinary human. As such, the villain primarily takes the form of nightmarish creatures based on a person's worst fears, knowledge learned through its telepathic powers. That is just the tip of this hellish iceberg, as it can warp reality to bring to life illusions, brainwash entire towns to ignore its existence, and drive humans into performing deadly acts of violence.
Make it a wonderful day. Kill him.
If Pennywise didn't love eating humans with a healthy seasoning of fear, it could just continue killing without ever being noticed.
Oh, kiss me, as if it were the last time.
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.